All right. So in this video, we're going to be discussing Glossika. Glossika is a language learning platform that I personally really enjoy, and I'm going to go over some of the plans. I'm going to go over the languages. I'm going to go over if this is the right fit for you. So the first thing that you're going to notice about Glossika, two things. One is that they have a lot of languages to offer. They've got Bulgarian, Estonian, Finnish, right? All these languages, Slovak. The next thing you're going to notice is that it's not cheap. So, quick disclaimer, I will have a link to sign up for Glossika in the description below. It will be an affiliate link, so if you click it and if you purchase through that link, it will give me a few bucks. I really appreciate it if you guys would use that. If you want to sign up. I don't want to say that this is the best product ever, because there's certainly downsides to it. So with that being said, let's continue into the pricing. So you'll see that the Pro version is about annually, I believe it's about $400 annually, and then the basic's about $200. If you go monthly, it's $40 a month, $20 a month. Now, if you want to go with just the free version, you'll actually get access to languages like Taiwanese, Gaelic, Kurdish, right? The reason being because Michael Campbell, the founder of Glossika, is pretty keen on keeping lesser known languages alive and minority languages alive. So big respect for that. So if you want to learn Kurdish, you actually can for free. You don't have to pay anything. If you're a student, you can get a discount. I pay about $9 a month for Hebrew. So look into the student discounts on Glossika. I will leave a link in the description below as well for the student plan. So what really does Glossika look like? So I just created a new account because of the whole student discount. I decided to just start from scratch and just go with this. But this is what it looks like. You'll have your base language right here, right? And then you'll have the target language over here, and you'll have the pronunciation. So this is Yashanti, that means I was asleep. You'll see it says Yashanti over here, and then it has the nikdot. If you're learning a language like Arabic, it will have the, I forget what the diacritics are called, but it will have like the way to pronounce things in the language if they have a specific alphabet. Like for instance, in Japanese, this would be in kanji, hiragana, and katakana. Down here below, it will just be in hiragana, right? So this is the phonetics. This is how to read it. This is the actual word.
I was asleep.
Yashanti. Yashanti.
Amazing.
Madhim.
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 Madhim. Right? There's an option for you to upload a voice recording. That's totally optional. I just don't. I just use this for just constant repetition, right? It's a tool for that. So now okay, let's talk a little bit about who is this for. Okay, let's say that you are studying multiple languages at once. You're studying, let's say Ukrainian, Turkish, and Thai. That's just what I'm seeing at the bottom. This is a great resource for that because those are languages where there's not too many resources for in the first place. Like, okay, let's be completely real. You go to a library and there's a French phrase book, there's Spanish for doctors or whatever, and there's resources for that. But how many times are you going to go into a library and it's got a book on Ukrainian, you know what I mean? Or a bookstore and it's got like, beginner's Turkish, like, okay, all right, whatever. You live in Brooklyn, New York, there's all types of people they have in the bookstores or whatever. But like, come on, let's be real. You're in Akron, Ohio, it's Akron, Ohio. You're not gonna run into. I don't think you're gonna run into too many books on like Norwegian. Just saying. I don't know. You living in these other parts of the country where there's limited access to all these languages. So if you're learning a mainstream language like Russian, German, Spanish, there's plenty of free resources that you can use. And I don't think that this is necessary for your studying. If you're studying a language like Lithuanian, let's say, you're limited, So I do think that this is really great for you if you are going to be studying one of those minority languages, or if you need the sentence building. If you just need to bang it out, like let's say, I don't know, again, another scenario. decide for whatever reason you think it's a brilliant idea and you're going to go to Hungary. I don't know why. Maybe going through a divorce, maybe whatever. It's a vision or something you get and it tells you to go to Hungary, so you go to Hungary. And you're going to live there for like a month or two. You can use this platform for like a month or two beforehand and just hash out as many repetitions as possible. I think it's great because I've used this before going to Peru. I've used it before going to Israel, before going to Japan, and it's really helped me get comfortable with the language because it will do a couple things. It'll improve your pronunciation. It's just constant repeat, what they're saying. And you can also listen to it too if you record yourself. It makes the flow of language easier. Like, how many times are you going to use the phrase like the desk is wobbly, right? You're in Budapest in a cafe and it's like, oh, I don't know how to order coffee. The desk is wobbly. And that's what a lot of people think, right? Same with like, the window's broken. How many times are you going to say that? But it's designed to get you comfortable for daily conversations because then you'll know how adjectives work. You'll know how like sometimes some of the grammar points work. It's a different way of learning languages as opposed to having a pen and paper and a notebook or a textbook and you're just copying sentences and stuff. I think if you're going to use this platform, it would be best if you had a teacher teaching you and practicing actual speech and teaching you like grammar points. If you're going to be a self-learner, I recommend getting a book like the Colloquial Series or the Teach Yourself books and supplement that with this. This is not a cheap program, but you can use it cheaply, meaning it's not necessarily the cheapest. It's, definitely not the cheapest, but you can use it for a month or two. Or if you're going to study multiple languages for a year because you're that kind of polyglot and you're that kind of guy, then obviously I think it's really great for that. The downside with Glossika that I've noticed is that it's limited in terms, like it's pretty simple what it is. It's AI and spaced repetition and flashcards. You're not going to get too much of like, the lessons or anything like that. It's not like Duolingo. It's not like innovative languages. It's a little different. It's just sentence building. That's what they did well with when they had their paperback, and that's what they're capitalizing now. So if that's your style for learning, I highly recommend it. If you want more structure, if you don't have the funds, and everybody's broke nowadays because of the economy, but the economy, who knows where the economy's going? Don't even get me started with that. But it's good if you have the budget for it and you have the actual intent in mind. If you don't, if you're looking for structure, if you are on a tighter budget, this may not be the resource for you, and there's plenty of alternatives. For other minority languages, you can visit kojilanguages.com, look at our language digest, and we always leave links to different languages, whether it's Uyghur, whether it's Mongolian, etc. So please feel free to check us out again at kojilanguages.com. Thank you for watching this review, and I hope that you found this